Hey there everybody, so I am doing another video of my Blue Eyes Spellbook deck. Did one last week where the starter deck hadn't been released yet, and so it had lots of proxies in there, and this one's much more filled out. I am still short one Priestess. What can you do? I'm waiting on it in the mail. It's just not here yet, but anyway. Here we go. So, if there's one Blue Eyes White Dragon, I really only think one's necessary in the deck. I do like siding a second Blue Eyes, but, yeah, I really think you only need to main deck one, because he'll flip around quite a bit. One copy of World of Prophecy, again, I think it's only necessary at one. You can bring World of Prophecy back multiple times, like using Spellbook of Life, or using Temperance, or various effects. But, you can bring them back, so why would you need more than one? Like I said, I've only got one High Priestess of Prophecy in here right now. This will go up to 2, first chance I get, which will be when it gets here. So, for now, one Injection Fairy Lily will be taking the second High Priestess's place. Lily's a wonderful little secondary choice because she can get pretty beefy, especially in spellbooks when you're like, oh look, I've got, 10 counters on my tower already, so that she's already at 14, and then you can boost her up by another 3 grand, so she's like 44. It's great. 3 copies of Maiden with Blue Eyes. She's kind of like the key to the deck in a lot of ways. Definitely speeds things up, level 1 tuner. Just absolutely abusable card. I love this card. 2 copies of Temperance of Prophecy. Bring out the world a lot with Temperance. 3 copies of Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. 2 copies of Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer. 2 copies of Breaker the Magical Warrior, who I love. And that does it for the monsters. I got 3 copies of Spellbook of Secrets. 2 copies of Spellbook of the Master. 2 Spellbook of Power. 2 Spellbook of Fate. 2 Spellbook of Wisdom. 2 Grand Spellbook Towers. 1 Spellbook of Eternity. 2 Starbook Star Halls. 2 Spellbook of Life. 2 copies of Wonder Wand. 2 copies of Mirror Force. And finally 2 copies of Threatening Roar. And that is the main deck. Extra deck. 2 copies of Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. This card is pretty awesome just for the fact like you're pretty much guaranteed to get your Blue Eyes back. So you sync, throw it in defense mode. It's big 3,000 defense, and then during your standby phase you can bring back your Blue Eyes White Dragon. So Azure Eyes is awesome. 1 copy of Thought Ruler Archfiend. This was not in my deck last week, and I have updated it since then, like I said, a little bit, and Thought Ruler made the cut this time because Thought Ruler is awesome. 1 copy of Crimson Blader. 1 copy of Stardust Dragon. 1 copy of Ally of Justice Catastor. 1 number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. Galaxy Eyes might be coming out. We'll find out. We'll see. 1 copy of Abyss Dweller. 1 copy of Gacha Gacha Getsu. One, Hierophant of Prophecy, because that's pretty much my heavy storm nowadays. One copy of Fortune Tune. One copy of Levier the Sea Dragon. One copy of the Gusto Emerald. One copy of Lavalval Chain. And then finally, one number 11 Big Eye finishes out my extra deck. And of course, I've got the old side deck right here, just to give you guys a peek at some of the stuff I'm running in the side deck. I am running Soul Drains. Soul Drains don't really hurt me, but they rip apart Mermail decks, and I'm seeing a lot more Mermail decks. So Soul Drain needs to do its thing. Two copies of Mind Crush. This format is filled with searching of cards. You know, if I'm playing against Bujins, Yamoto is going to search you cards all the time, so I'm going to name those cards. Medolces search all the time. Dragon search. Everybody searches, so I love my Mind Crushes. Keep using them. Let's see what else we got in here. Trap Tricks, Trap Hole, Nightmare. There's a lot of instances where Trap Tricks, Trap Hole, Nightmare can come in useful. I'm trying to think of one just like off the top of my head that I could name for you, where you might want to negate the effect of a monster that got special summoned this turn, but nothing's coming to mind just like off the top of my head. So that's these guys right there. Just what I had in my extra deck. But yeah, there's actually a lot of opportunities to activate Trap Tricks Trap Hole. It's a pretty decent card. I like it. Everybody special summons. Almost everybody. Royal Decree is amazing in this format if you don't play a deck that's dependent on traps. This one is very much not dependent on traps. I have more traps in my side deck than I do in my main deck. So 2 decrees, really easy for me to side in and just shut down the control plays. Maxis, I think, are awesome for my side deck, but I don't really have room for them in my main deck. So really, if I just see that you're playing one of those spam the field decks, then I'm going to make sure to put my Maxis on. If not, then I'm probably fast enough either way. 2 copies of Light Imprisoning Mirror. Once again, stopping those Bujin decks, stopping those Lightsworn decks that are all over the friggin' place. 1 copy of Jaugen. Jaugen's Jaugen. Jaugen's still an awesome monster. Just he's not the focus of this deck. I do keep a 3rd Threatening Roar in my side deck just in case, and that's really just, you know, like game 3 a lot. I'll put in the 3rd Threatening Roar if we're at game 3, because it's usually a time limit issue, and I can usually stall a little bit longer to get the big hit then that I need to get the game. And then finally, I know it's a real shocker because I think I already mentioned this, but yeah, a 2nd Blue Eyes. Just because, like, Blue Eyes is really, really good if he's in your hand deck or graveyard with the Maiden, but it's nice to play a 2nd copy, because if you side deck in a 2nd copy game 2 and they side deck in something like Macrocosmos, you don't have to worry about it. You're still gonna have a 2nd one. And you can do more good Xyz and Synchro plays. So anyways, that's my deck. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please comment, please link, please subscribe, Tell all your friends about me and all that fun stuff. And I'm just going to leave you with the happy pictures. Happy picture part 1. And happy picture part 2.